welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. To my returning viewers, thank you. I really do appreciate you stopping by to watch this extended weekend reading. And to my new viewers, I'm happy that you found me here on YouTube. So today's reading, it will be an extended weekend reading focusing on the energy surrounding us on December 8th through the 10th. So the weekend of the 8th through the 10th of December. And the way that I usually do the reading, I pick 3 cards from the Sun and Moon Tarot deck. And then 1 additional oracle card from the Earth Magic oracle card deck. Really just to look at the energy surrounding us on that weekend. I'll remind you, though, that these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. If you would like a more personal reading, focusing specifically on you and what is going on in your life right now, then you would need to get a private reading, and you could take a look at my website. You'll find all of the information about the readings and the pricing there, and that is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. And you can also email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, so I have already been meditating and have shuffled off camera, but I will give the decks a couple more shuffles here before we get into the reading. So Spirit, what do we need to know? What are the messages surrounding us on December 8th through the 10th, 2017? Please show us the messages for the weekend of December 8th through December 10th. What do we need to know? What are the messages for this weekend of December 8th through December 10th, 2017? Cards are just flipping out. I saw that card when I was shuffling, so obviously it wanted to come out. One more card for the weekend of December 8th through December 10th. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we have the beginning of the week, or the beginning of the weekend. Our first card in the past position is the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the 9 of Swords, which in this deck is called Cruelty. And the outbound energy, or their last card, our future position, is Major Arcana number 8, Justice. And the card that was at the bottom of the deck, so the overall energy for the weekend, is the Ace of Swords. Very nice. Okay, let's just pick one more card here for an additional message. So Spirit, what additional message do you have for the weekend of December 8th through December 10th, 2017? Okay, that was quick. It came out quickly. We have, oh, beautiful, Summer Solstice, Radiance. Actually getting into winter now, right? I mean, the winter solstice is coming up this month, but we have the summer solstice. Here in the northern hemisphere, we're thinking of the winter. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just position the cards, and I will get right into our reading. All right, so let's get into the messages here. You'll see I did, as I do this, sometimes when I'm putting cards up, one just really sticks out and like it doesn't kind of go along with the rest of the messages here. And so I clarified the middle card, which is the 9 of Swords, and I'll get to that in a minute. But beginning with the overall energy for this week, for the weekend, and this is again the weekend of the 8th to the 10th of December. we have the Ace of Swords. Now, Swords energy, this is air energy, and it has to do with the mind, right? It's sort of the area of the mind, formation of ideas. It's cerebral energy, our thoughts. It's and how those thoughts really affect our lives and can, and are manifested here in the material realm. Aces are always yes cards. They're always new beginnings. They have to do with sometimes it's sort of this sudden flash of insight or this sudden wisdom, that you get from somewhere. So this could be during the weekend. This is very prevalent or very important, right? There's some type of transformation. There's some type of renewal. There's some type of, expansion of your consciousness or wisdom or, finding something out very suddenly. And, it's kind of like this flash. You see them with the crown sort of around the top here, this flash of, of insight coming in. So there might be, and down at the bottom we have all of the clouds, but, I'm really drawn to sort of the fogginess of the clouds, just like we see here. And then, this clarity, this beautiful clarity about something. So you might be finding out something that brings, that gives you great insight, maybe something that you have been trying to find out, trying to figure out, something to do with, maybe a situation that you've been needing to make a decision on. It's something that it has, there is a lot of sort of energy surrounding the card because it is an ace, so newness, right? But it's all about the sort of the power of the intellect, right? This could be resolving a situation. This could be finding out something that ultimately leads to victory. And like I said, new beginnings and new points of view or inspiration. So we'll see how that ties in with the rest of the cards. So you have two aces here, right? Beginning the weekend, you have the overall energy of the Ace of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Pentacles beginning the weekend. Pentacles suit, this is typically associated with earth energy, right? So it's the energy that surrounds kind of like the material realm, everything that is tangible, that manifests here in the material realm. So we usually think of jobs, right? Our career, the money that we make from the work that we do, our material possessions that we accrue, that we are able to acquire through the work that we do. So our homes, it's also linked to knowledge. And again, with the ace here, this is something new, right? So this could be a new, something to do with wealth and success, right? Could have to do with something coming to fruition, your desires coming to fruition. This could be a new job offer coming in. This could be, with the ace, so two yes cards. This is wonderful, which is why I said when I got to this middle card, it's like, what is all this anxiety about? But here, this could be a new job offer. So as you leave, the week going into the weekend, this might be some new proposal, some new career endeavor. This might have something to do with, a new business offer, a new project, something that's very new, something that's very exciting, something that is going to bring in more abundance. And, typically we do associate it with, finances and work. So this could have to do with, a new job offer coming in. It also means that, you do have sort of everything that you need to reach a goal and to really manifest your dreams and to sort of, and I think the main word here is manifest, right? You can manifest at this time. So you just, remain grounded with this earth energy. And you see, I put these beautiful earth colors here. Remain grounded with the earth energy. Be very realistic. Keep your feet on the ground. Don't get your head out of the clouds here, right? And you will be successful. In the middle of the week, and there's something that is that has been keeping you up at night, something that has been bothering you. Could be a choice. If this is a new job or a new career offer coming in, this might have to do with, you being unsure whether you should take this new offer. You trying to, that it might be sort of financial worries, and so that with this new job offer, this might help out with some of this financial worries that you might have been having. And I see that the cards that I pulled as clarifiers on this Nine of Swords, again, we have more. So we have the Ace of Swords with the, the overall energy. This Nine of Swords, again, it's cerebral energy, so our thoughts, and this isn't real, right? It's called the cruelty card, but what it really is, it's our thoughts, and how our thoughts can many times, they keep us up at night. And in some decks, it's called the nightmare card, because it's the card that really sort of keeps us up at night, makes us sort of go over and over all of the things that we're worried about, our problems. It's about mental anguish, right? And sort of negative reactions. And it's called cruelty in this deck because it has to do with, being too critical, being too hard on yourself, needing to let go of negative thinking, right? So whatever this is, you have two beautiful cards here that are all about, new beginnings and newness and new opportunities. And then on the other card, on the other side, you have the Justice card, which is all about, it's fairness and kind of getting what you deserve. And, so this card in the middle, it does make me think that there is something about you being too harsh with yourself and, kind of being your own worst enemy here. Because what we see is the clarifiers, the cards that came out are the Two of Wands. And for the clarifiers, I use the Shadowscapes tarot deck. So Two of Wands has to do with decisions, which is why I said, this could be a decision that you're facing, or in the past you've been considering this, and maybe this is what's been giving you a little bit of worry here, because you see that with the Two of Wands, we have the person, and the person is there kind of trying to decide which way to go, right? And it's all about the choices that we have to make and figuring out, which is the best path for us to take. And I think that maybe some of the part of the problem has been too many options and not, like I said here, when I was really focused on the cloud here and having your head up in the clouds, right? And then the clarifier that came out in the middle position is the Seven of Cups. And this card is all about, being up in the clouds. Let me let you see it. You see how they're sort of up in the air. There's another tree up in the air. Everything is up in the air. And the Seven of Cups has to do with typically, with there being too many options and so many things in front of you that you're kind of so caught up in all of the, the fantasy of it all and, in your imagination and caught up in your thoughts and your dreams that you're unable to really, ground yourself and make a decision and pick one of the cups. And until you pick a cup, it's very difficult to, to figure out which way to go, right? When you just keep thinking, oh, well, this job is great because it's closer to where I live. But this other job that would be really good as well because it pays a bit more money. But this other job is really doing what I really want to do. And should I take the job that pays more but isn't really what I want? It's that type of thing. It's, you can make yourself feel crazy when you do that, right? So what it's asking you here is to pick one of the, and it's interesting because I don't know if you can, it probably won't show up on here, and I apologize for that. But on this card, even though it's a cups card, and we do have the Seven of Cups down here, which traditionally, it speaks of our emotions and, our feelings. But with the Seven of Cups, it's really about the, when you're standing in front of a sweet shop, a candy store, and you see all those beautiful things there. And it's like, oh, I want that one and that one and that one and that one. But you can't have them all. You have to pick one, right? You have to say, okay, I really want, the bonbons, or I really want the whatever it is, and go with it. So we see all the different options down here. But what catches my eye is up here in the clouds, besides the moon, we see there are the stars look like pentacles. And so it does make me think that, something to do with this pentacle it has been bringing you, or it has caused you quite a bit of worry. And actually on the scroll here, the scroll that the person is holding, it also has a pentacle on there. So it does, I see you really surveying the scene, really, looking at, and this might actually be plans for something, with the surveying. This could be a new project, something to do with, something that has plans or a project, but it's you kind of studying, really surveying everything. And then just needing to pick one, right? Pick one of these things. But it does have to do with, either a career choice or, something to do with, finances, possibly a new project. But you don't need to worry, because what you had is the third clarified, the outbound, is the star. And this is all about, and you see the beautiful star and the light shining off of the star. You probably can't see here with the glare. I apologize. But it makes me think of this clarity and the beautiful shining off of this sword here. And so there's clarity. So whatever you just, it's asking you to choose something. Get out of your head, right? Make this choice. If this is a new job offer, go with it, right? Go with this, because you have 2 yes cards here. And then, with the Justice card as them, kind of the outbound energy here for the weekend and, leading us into the following week. Justice is a card that it's, there's a karmic kind of element to the card as well, but it's also a card of balance. It's a card that tells you, karma will be served, justice will be served, right? It's that type of energy as well. But it does have to do with balance and also sort of mediation and finding that middle ground. And you see here that she's holding the sword. You see how she's sort of holding in her arms this sword of justice. And we have this sword, this ace of sword, this sword of justice over here is the overall energy. So there is a truth. There is something that is at the center of whatever this decision is, right? There's a truth there. And you see on the one hand, we have the heart, and then on the other hand, there's the feather. So sort of, our heart versus our cerebral, or the intellect. So head versus heart kind of decision. So it might be when you're considering, which one is going to be the best one for you, it's that head or heart decision. Do you go with the job that, sort of is the best one because of this, and this, or do you go with that kind of gut feeling and, the one that maybe is more in line with your spiritual path and, kind of has more to do with you. And so with this, when the Justice card appears as well, it's a card that tells us that, any type of illusion, any type of self-deceit, any type of misdirection, it's all been cut away. And you can see that, everything is very clear here, right? Okay, there are these sort of, could kind of look like little clouds, the balls around here, but it's not that cloudiness. It's not that confused energy here. It's all very bright, right? And the colors on her wings here, very similar to the colors that we have right next to her. And even the blue-green is almost the same color as the blue-green on this Radiance card, which is, it's a very beautiful, positive card. So, the Justice card, it has to do with clarity. It has to do with balance and honesty. It also kind of, it speaks of the need to look at ourselves honestly as well, right? And accept kind of what has happened, but be honest with ourselves, not harsh with ourselves, right? Be honest. Really take a look at yourself, and sort of it also has to do with this balance between our actions and, the circumstances. So where we are in life and how that our actions have kind of led us to that. So there's also like I was saying, this karmic kind of tie to the Justice card as well. So if this has to do with, it's sort of a completion card as well. So if there's something, sometimes it has to do with the legal system, right? Waiting to hear back from the legal system, or you've been dealing with the legal system, if that's the case. And if that has, if this is sort of a money issue, and that's been, of great concern, this has kept you up at night, just know that, it will go in your favor. You have the Justice card and then this Radiance card here. You have this sword of, Ace of Swords, this Justice, the truth coming out over here. Whatever it is, things will be uncovered. Things will be shown for what they really are. And, it's all about sort of, sometimes the Justice card can have to do with redemption. Sometimes it has to do with, transformation. And we have, the beginning, the end, the completion kind of going on here. So there could be some type of ending, especially with these new beginnings over here, right? It might be this accepting, you accepting and going with whatever this new offer is and choosing that will bring about some type of ending as well. But just, know that it will be fair. Whatever this is, it's positive. There's fairness involved, and, the truth will be shown. So I would say I know it's hard to say, oh, don't worry, don't be so hard on yourself, but everything is showing that it will work out. So if you are going through this, mental anguish, and if there is something that's been keeping you up at night, you are getting out of it. And, and it does show that everything is working out okay. So, try to remain positive. And with the beautiful Radiance card on the other side, that's with the beautiful smiling sun over there. How can you not, right? How can you not look at everything and just see it as, as being utterly positive and radiant. So let me just, for the Oracle card, I usually like to just read from the book for the Oracle card. And it says, there's a long description here about the meaning of the word solstice, right? And what that actually means is with the stationary or the stopping of the sun. But I'm going to read just the kind of the description that they give as to how this might relate, right, to us. And it says, let the radiance of the sun inspire your inner radiance to shine forth. Release your concerns about what may happen in the future and focus on appreciating everything that you have that is good and right. Allow Father Sun to take away your worries and cares. Do something physically active to stimulate your inner light. Dance, sing, but most important, get outdoors. Do not let negative thoughts or habits stop you. Here we have the negative thoughts, right? When you are in love with life, you naturally radiate that love. During this part of your cycle, your capacity to love is greatly amplified. In one of those supreme ironies of life, the more love you give, the more returns to you. It starts by allowing the radiant being you truly are to be expressed into the world. Smile a little more. Notice the beauty of nature. See the humor and the paradoxes of life. Show your love, especially to those with whom you are closest. Then smile even more and watch how the world around you lights up. So this is, it's a beautiful message. I do feel that, there is something to do with this, beings just, you've been really caught up in all these negative thoughts and, being kind of hard on yourself. But, just know that once you make this decision and pick one of these things and go with whatever this new thing is, it's going to work out. And you have this beautiful sun shining on you. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I do thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful weekend. Bye.